Throughout the Dead Space series, Isaac Clarke's relationship with the markers is always shown as one of deadly influence, psychological pressure, and forced visions. But when you look closely at what the markers actually do, and what Isaac unconsciously does with them, there's a strong argument that he possessed the potential to control necromorphs rather than merely survive them. In terms of in-universe logic, Isaac is one of the extremely rare individuals who could replicate and imprint marker signals, meaning he was capable of creating the very phenomena that command and coordinate necromorphs. If he could create those signals, the natural extension is that he might also have been able to direct the creatures born from them. The game simply never explored that possibility, because doing so would tear apart the entire foundation of the survival horror genre. Isaac's bond with the markers is unique. Other characters either succumb, lose themselves, or become conduits of the markers' agenda. Isaac, on the other hand, absorbs the signal, resists it, and under extreme mental pressure reconstructs it. This is not accidental. In Dead Space 2, it's strongly implied that the markers are using Isaac's engineering-driven mind as a biological 3D printer for their own designs. His blueprints, sketches, and hallucinations line up perfectly with the internal logic of marker architecture. He becomes a living amplifier, generating patterns that the marker needs to expand itself. If the marker signal is what drives necromorph behavior, coordinating them, triggering convergence, commanding their aggression, then Isaac's ability to produce the same patterns hints at a far deeper potential. In theory, he could mimic or distort the controlling signal the marker uses on the undead. This means the idea of Isaac influencing necromorph actions isn't just fan speculation, it follows the internal logic of the series. He can understand the marker, resist it, recreate it, and ultimately weaponize it. The final step would be directing it, much like sovereign-level necromorph intelligence forms Brethren Moon's hive minds Nexus creatures do. If Isaac could project even a fraction of that coordination signal, he could theoretically override local necromorph behavior, disrupt their hive patterns, or force them into a passive or redirected state. In other words, control them. But the games never explored this bond for one simple reason. It would fundamentally destroy the survival horror experience. The fear of the unknown, the vulnerability, and the sense that Isaac is always an inch away from being overrun is central to the series' identity.